My name is Dr. Gary Packard. I am the Senior Vice Provost for Online Initiatives at the University of Arizona. In that role, I have the pleasure to serve as the Chief Executive Officer of the University of Arizona Global Campus. We are proud to be UAGC. It is my honor to welcome our doctoral candidates, distinguished faculty, and academic leadership to celebrate the achievements of those graduating this weekend from the doctoral programs at the University of Arizona Global Campus. We are delighted that so many loved ones have joined us today to help celebrate such remarkable achievements. Let's take a moment, though, to pay our respects to the land and territories upon which the University of Arizona stands. We respectfully acknowledge that the University of Arizona is on the land and territories of indigenous peoples. Today, Arizona is home to 22 federally recognized tribes, with the Phoenix metropolitan area being home to the Ak-Chin Indian community, the Fort McDowell Yavapai Nation, the Gila River Indian community, the Salt River Pima Maricopa Indian community, and the Tohono O'odham tribe nation. The university strives to build sustainable relationships with sovereign native nations and indigenous communities through education offerings, partnerships, and community service. We recognize everyone in attendance, but we also want to especially recognize those who are currently serving or who have served in the military. There have been many sacrifices that you and your families have made to allow you the opportunity to serve. Many of you have missed the births of your children or weddings of close friends and loved ones. Others have missed important events like birthdays, graduations, and reunions. Let's also thank the families and supporters who bravely managed the home front while you were away. Your stories and reasons for serving may go untold in many corners of the world, but your patriotic actions and selfless service to protect our way of life are never forgotten. To our students, faculty, and guests who have served or are currently serving, we thank you for your service. Commencement is a time for reflection and celebration. And today we want to reflect on moments and relationships that have led each of you this day. We need to celebrate the achievement of this milestone, the perseverance that got you here, and the possibilities that now lie ahead of you. Each year, our teams work to ensure this weekend and this day is about you and your journey. We believe that the best individual we can have speak on that about your journey is one of your classmates. And so we have a tradition to have a representative from the graduating class, the class of 2025, as our commencement speaker for the hooding ceremony. And this year, I am honored to introduce one of your fellow graduates who will be our graduation speaker for this graduate ceremony. Dr. Germán López de la Madrid is an attorney and educator with over 4 decades of experience in higher and secondary education. In the U.S. since 2003, he has been an adjunct professor of business at Salt Lake Community College. In addition, he also teaches career and technical education. Dr. Lopez earned his PhD in education from UAGC. He is the founder of the American Academy of Innovation, a charter school in Utah focused on CTE and grounded in project and problem-based learning. He developed a comprehensive leadership program currently implemented at schools at Utah, and he is the author of 6 academic books that have been incorporated into the public school curriculum in Mexico. Would you please join me in welcoming your graduation speaker for today, Dr. Germán López de la Madrid. Welcome.
What a special moment this is. I love to see all the smiley faces. Warm greetings to the leadership of UAGC, Vice Provost Packard, Vice Provost Norton, Dean Farrell, Dean Harrison, doctoral faculty, chairs, and committee members, proud alumni, and the remarkable class of 2025. A heartfelt thank you to the parents, friends, and loved ones whose support has made this journey possible. Deep appreciation also goes to the dedicated, amazing faculty and staff for their guidance and encouragement throughout our academic path. I hope this story relates to some of you somehow. 24 years ago, my family and I made one of the most life-changing decisions of our lives. We left behind our parents, siblings, and everything familiar to pursue education and a better future in this country. Our English was limited, our resources few, and our hearts full of both hope and uncertainty. But we believe that any sacrifice made in the pursuit of knowledge will be worth it. In the beginning, we were filled with both excitement and fear. We faced a new culture, a new language, and the challenge of forming friendships in a place that felt completely foreign to us. We began to experience a deep cultural transition, one where tacos met hamburgers, cheek kisses met handshakes, and new friendships blossomed from shared experiences. Despite our limitations, we were determined to thrive. We arrived in this country with an overwhelming desire to learn. Unlike us, our parents never had the opportunity to pursue higher education. So we saw this journey as both a privilege and a responsibility. For the first 3 years, we lived in a small 2-bedroom basement. That tiny space brought us closer physically and emotionally. During that time, I was permitted to work up to 20 hours a week on campus through my student visa, earning only minimum wage, supporting a family of 7 on such a modest income while paying international tuition rates 4 times higher than in-state students. Seems nearly impossible. But we made it work through faith, careful budgeting, and the conviction that we were building something better. Sorry. Those were challenging, unforgettable years. For the first 6 years, our health insurance consists of healthy food, prayers, love, and attentive care. No one complained. Our children watch over each other, and our faith sustained us. We didn't just survive, we grew stronger. Eventually, we were able to build a home and begin to prosper. One of the main tools we used to grow was education. We believe education wasn't just a means to success, but a pathway to service. 2 years ago, my wife earned her bachelor's degree in nursing. Now she's working on oncology. At her graduation, one of the graduates was 78 years old. A beautiful reminder that it is never too late to pursue knowledge. As I reflected on the challenges students face in education today, I turned to my family and asked what obstacles they had encountered and how they overcame them. They share stories of being among the few Latino students in their schools, of feeling the need to prove themselves through hard work and academic success. They talk about fears of failure, language barriers, discouragement, high expectations, time constraints, financial struggles, and stress. Does this sound familiar to any of you? But they also share how they overcame these obstacles, but making education a top priority. Applying for scholarships, leaning on the support of family and friends, and learning to balance school, work, and life. They understood that failing a test or even a class was not the end, but simply a step in the journey. When they were on the verge of giving up, they remember how we came to this country with little more than dreams and determination. That memory gave them the strength to keep going. I also asked them, what keeps them motivated to continue studying? Their answers touched my heart. They said their greatest motivation was the desire to help others and to live happier, more fulfilling lives. They wanted to honor the sacrifices we and generations before us had made by ensuring those sacrifices meant something. They wanted to be role models for their own children. They discovered that learning wasn't just necessary, it was fun. And they wanted to achieve financial stability, not only to support themselves, but also to uplift others in need. Today, thanks to years of effort and faith, our family's character has been shaped and strengthened. We became U.S. citizens. 3 of our children have completed their bachelor's degrees, one in psychology, which is here, another one recently graduated from medical school with a goal of serving minority communities in San Francisco, California, and a third one in nursing, working on GOV. These achievements did not come easily. They were built on a foundation of sacrifice, perseverance, and the decisions to never give up. I believe every student has similar potential. Each of us possesses unique gifts waiting to be discovered, and one of the best ways to uncover them is through education. Universities provide structural support, resources, and communities to help every student succeed. We just need to seek them out. We are not here by chance. Never before in the whole history of humanity has knowledge been so accessible. We live in a time of great opportunity, with abundant resources, scholarships, and information at our fingertips. We must look for reasons to keep studying, not for excuses to give up. A positive attitude can carry us far, and the truth is, continuing our education has eternal value. The greatest reason to learn is not just to improve ourselves, but to serve and uplift others. Knowledge is a treasure that no one can take from us. It empowers us, transforms us, and stays with us for life. So let us embrace our challenges, let us work hard, reach higher, and lift others along the way. Whatever we sacrifice in the pursuit of knowledge, it will always be worth it. Class of 2025, we made it.
Thank you, Dr. Lopez, for sharing your story and your wisdom. Your path inspires us with your perseverance, and your words motivate us to further action. On behalf of all of the faculty and staff in academic affairs, we congratulate you and your fellow graduates, not only for making it, as you said there at the end, which implies you merely took our classes and responded to our tests, but for contributing to our collective knowledge, which shows that as doctoral scholars, you found new and important ways to create and apply knowledge. I would like to thank all the graduates for your dedication in yourselves, in your professions, in your organizations, and in your communities. Your contributions are and will be beacons of light as so many seek to go forward. That actually is a great responsibility, and I invite all of you to remember each and every time that someone addresses you as doctor, that your new title is actually derived from the Latin word to teach. That means you have now accepted the responsibility to teach, to lead, to inspire, to problem solve, to contribute in all the ways you can to support the organizations and communities that are the core of our society. Thank you for taking on this immense task. And again, congratulations for showing us that you are certainly capable of doing it. I now invite Dean Justin Harrison to the lectern. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I just want to say thank you to all of our students and the faculty and everybody. I'm really grateful to all of you for this moment. It feels really good to have a job like this and to be in a space like this. The search for truth occurs in the shadowy forest of our thoughts and the history of ideas. We stumble, we backtrack, we get lost, but we keep moving and searching. Then a moment occurs when we come to a clearing in the great forest, the place where the light breaks through the canopy, where the hidden becomes visible. It's here that we discover something new. The doctoral journey is demanding, humbling, and transformative. Today we honor scholars who didn't just answer questions, they undertook the struggle of creating knowledge, of finding the clearing, and sharing their discoveries with the rest of us. The projects receiving the Distinguished Doctoral Research Awards this year stood out for their originality and impact. They reflect the highest standards of doctoral scholarship, and it is our honor and pleasure to recognize this outstanding work. First, the Distinguished Dissertation of 2025 goes to Dr. Christopher Healy. He was not able, unfortunately, to join us today. Second, the Distinguished Applied Doctoral Project for 2025 goes to Dr. Carrie Milliken. And finally, the Distinguished Doctoral Project most likely to have a social impact was our speaker, Dr. Germán López de la Madrid. Congratulations to our recipients. Each doctoral graduate receives a doctoral hood in recognition of this academic accomplishment. The hood signifies the student's scholarly and personal achievements related to the completion of the advanced degree requirements. We will now recognize our doctoral graduates for their significant achievements. And we invite our doctoral faculty to present our graduates. Dr. Germán López de la Madrid, Doctor of Philosophy Education, dissertation, Higher Education English as a Second Language, Students' Perceptions, Experiences, and Recommendations Concerning Imposter Phenomenon. Next, Carrie Milliken, Doctor of Psychology, project title, Nurturing the Attachment Relationship and Supporting Perinatal Wellness During Medically Complex Pregnancies, a Guide for Mothers. Dapawindi Kamasi, Doctor of Psychology, project title, Identifying Best Practices for Spiritually Integrated Care Treatments for Military Veterans Experiencing Moral Injury. Renee Grant, Doctor of Philosophy Education, dissertation, Support Strategies Used by Faith-Based Counselors of Adult Children of Previously Incarcerated Parents, an Exploratory Case Study. Is it tomorrow? Okay. Tamara Davis, Doctor of Philosophy Education, dissertation, Teachers' Beliefs about Social and Emotional Learning and its Relationship with Teaching Level and Years of Teaching, a Multiple Regression Analysis. Crystal Parker, Doctor of Philosophy Education, dissertation, Parental Perception of the Influence of Screen-Based Media on their 3 to 5-year-olds' literacy skills. Congratulations. Angela Rooney, Doctor of Philosophy Education, dissertation, A Qualitative Phenomenological Research Study, the Retention of Teachers through Classroom Management Resources, Support, and Training. Rana Raja Rasul Kasim, Doctor of Philosophy Education, dissertation, Effective Strategies for Teaching Critical Thinking. Manuel James Leiden, Doctor of Philosophy Education, Building Consensus Among Education Experts to Enhance School Readiness Revealed from COVID-19 Pandemic, a modified Delphi study to improve policies and procedures for proactive preparedness. Amy W. Hall, Doctor of Philosophy and Human Services, dissertation, Factors, the Effect, Volunteerism, and Guardian Ad Litem Programs. Janee K. Bradner, Doctor of Philosophy and Human Services, a comprehensive strategy to impact juvenile recidivism. Ladovia Hope Washington, Doctor of Philosophy and Human Services, dissertation, Reflections, Adult Women's Teen Experiences with Contraceptive Use and Unintended Pregnancy. G. Scott Wickel, Doctor of Philosophy, Organizational Development and Leadership, dissertation, Essential Elements of Formal Internal Leadership Development in Small and Medium-Sized Businesses, a Delphi study. Robert T. Gerald, Doctor of Philosophy, Organizational Development and Leadership. Why do Black military intelligence officers continue to fail? Marianne Giselle Ruiz, Doctor of Psychology, project title, Understanding the Shaped Attitudes of African American and Latino Adolescents Towards Police, a systematic literature review. Parrish Dior Jefferson, Doctor of Philosophy, Organizational Development and Leadership, dissertation, Exploring Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion in Organizational Settings, a qualitative case study. Rebecca R. Galbraith, Doctor of Philosophy, Organizational Development and Leadership, dissertation, Retention of Warehouse Workers in the United States, a case study approach. Savannah Firstel, Doctor of Psychology, project title, Emotional Intelligence and How It Supports Female Collegiate Athletes' Emotional Well-Being. Jennifer R. Lewis, Doctor of Philosophy, Organizational Development and Leadership. Dissertation, Exploring the Lived Experiences of Women in the Technology Industry, a qualitative phenomenological study on informal mentorship. Chelsea McEachern, Doctor of Philosophy, Organizational Development and Leadership. Dissertation, Utility Leadership Considerations for Delivering Equitable Clean Energy, a modified Delphi study.
All right now.
Charity J.H. Renfro, Doctor of Philosophy, Organizational Development and Leadership. Dissertation, Effective Strategies to Prevent Cyberbullying, a case study of administrators in historically black colleges and universities. Andrew Lee Adamson, Doctor of Philosophy, Organizational Development and Leadership. Dissertation, Practices for Managing Employees in a Hybrid Working Arrangement. Richard D. Ambergy, Doctor of Philosophy, Organizational Development and Leadership. Dissertation, Strategic Succession Planning in U.S. Federal Agencies, Ensuring Leadership Continuity and National Security. Mark Anthony Booth, Doctor of Philosophy, Organizational Development and Leadership. Dissertation, Millennial Engineering Job Satisfaction in Defense Contractors, a case study examining perceptions and experiences. Samuel Tawia Fianco Afori, Doctor of Philosophy, Organizational Development and Leadership. Dissertation, a mixed Delphi study to examine diversity, equity, and inclusion strategy in the workplace. Nicole Dillon Goldberg, Doctor of Philosophy, Organizational Development and Leadership. Dissertation, Threat Rigidity and the Role of Leadership in Organizational Change and Artificial Intelligence Adoption in Technology Companies. Chiquita Lynette Smith, Doctor of Philosophy, Organizational Development and Leadership. Dissertation, Unraveling the Threads, a quantitative study on the impact of organizational commitment on turnover intentions among U.S. employees at large American multinational companies. Brian E. Weathersby, Doctor of Philosophy, Organizational Development and Leadership. Dissertation, Obligatory Inauthenticity, a grounded theory study. Is it? Helder Nari Martinez, Doctor of Philosophy, Organizational Development and Leadership. Dissertation, Job Insecurity in the Age of Supply Chain Digital Transformation, a phenomenological study. Brian Michael Jackson, Doctor of Philosophy, Organizational Development and Leadership. Dissertation, Strategies and Tools to Effectively Evaluate Employee Performance in Remote Work Environments, a qualitative case study. Ademola Suleodu, Doctor of Philosophy, Organizational Development and Leadership. Dissertation, Qualitative Descriptive Study Using Social Entrepreneurship to Address Millennials' Church Population Decline. Congratulations. Joanne McGowan, Doctor of Psychology. Project title, Enhancing Adolescent Wellbeing, Systematic Literature Review of Mobile Applications. Alicia Marie Cox, Doctor of Psychology. Project title, Secondary School Athletic Trainers' Perspectives on the Need for Debriefing After an Athletic Injury. Brenda Mae Brown, Doctor of Psychology. Project title, Philosophies and Theories of Punishment Training for Use of Force in Criminal Justice. Nikisha Nicole Pleasant, Doctor of Psychology. Project title, Understanding the Experiences of Black Transgender Women as Care Recipients in Healthcare Settings in the Southern United States, a Qualitative Exploratory Case Study. Tasha Renfro Shelley, Doctor of Psychology. Project title, High School Teachers' Perspectives on Cyberbullying, Creating Awareness Through Research and Call for Intervention. Kimberly Bowe, Doctor of Psychology. Project title, Sport and Performance Enhanced by Dance, Movement Therapy, and the Emotional Freedom Technique. Andrea Marie Leva, Doctor of Psychology. Project title, A Systematic Literature Review Regarding Best Practice Rehabilitation Strategies at California Correctional Facilities for Male Inmates. David Armando Fernandez, Doctor of Psychology. Project title, My Brother's Keeper, a qualitative study of peer mentors in Veterans Treatment Court. Tracy Lynn Hicks, Doctor of Psychology. Project title, A Holistic Approach for Offenders, a proposal for the creation of a hybrid specialty court. Maggie Galindo, Doctor of Psychology. Project title, Artificial Intelligence in Criminal Investigations, a training workshop for investigators. Tara Rochelle Farnham, Doctor of Psychology. Project title, The Vet Strong Powerlifting Program, Increasing Quality of Life and Perceived Social Support in Military Veterans. April Madison, Doctor of Psychology. Project title, Perceptions of Mental Stressors by Military Spouses During Deployment. Kelly A. Quinn, Doctor of Psychology. Project title, Mobile Mental Skills Trainer, an evidence-based digital self-guided program to supplement mental readiness training for soldiers in the U.S. Army. Congratulations. Waldina Hope Belt, Doctor of Psychology. Project title, Systematic Literature Review, Female Inmates Who Suffer from Neurological Trauma While Serving Time. Ashanti M.E. Graham, Doctor of Psychology. Project title, Impact of Secondary Traumatic Stress Among Mental Health Workers. Justin A. Hoypel, Doctor of Psychology. Project title, Cannabis Use During Substance Abuse Counseling, the lived experience of substance abuse counselors. Stephen Morgan, Doctor of Psychology. Project title, A Systematic Review of Certified Peer Support Prevention and Preventative Protocols to Treat Prisoners Living with Serious Mental Illnesses. Sherry Simone Payne, Doctor of Psychology. Project title, Factors Contributing to Low Retention Rates in Substance Use Treatment Centers That Affect Recidivism in the Criminal Justice System. Candy Pedraza Palomares, Doctor of Psychology. Project title, A Systematic Literature Review of Mental Illness and Substance Use Treatments Among Justice-Involved Individuals with Co-Occurring Disorders. Anthony Taylor Sr., Doctor of Psychology. Project title, Shelter for the Shepherds, a systematic literature review of stress management strategies for lead clergy members. Christian Michael Torrey, Doctor of Psychology. Project title, Optimal Learning Experiences for Corporate Professionals, a systematic literature review. Wayne Marcellus Wilkes, Doctor of Psychology. Project title, Readdressing Domestic Terrorism Legislation. Let's give it up for all of our graduates. Oh, no. I'll now turn it over to Dr. Tony Farrell for closing remarks.
Thank you, Dean Harrison. Congratulations, graduates, one more time. All right. So it's my honor to work every day with the amazing faculty and staff at UAGC in support of your academic success. Can we take a second to recognize our faculty, our leaders, and our staff in the back that have put on such an amazing event today? Thank you. Graduates, I offer you my most sincere congratulations. You've reached an unforgettable milestone on your life's journey, one reached by very few people in the world, and you each deserve to celebrate. You've worked long hours, made sense of ambiguity, provided new meaning, and determined how to apply what you have learned to make the world a better place. Before you celebrate, please join me in thanking those who have supported your goals along the way, whether they be friends, family members, a mentor, an instructor. Let's take another moment to appreciate the support they provided in helping you to be here today, a doctoral graduate at UAGC. Let's give them a hand. So, UAGC graduates, do amazing things in this world. Lead organizations or create a more just, vibrant, and diverse world through a range of vocations. So our graduates are needed in today's world. The compassion and intelligence you possess will serve not only your success, but the communities and organizations in which you work, and the world at large. Thank you again for choosing UAGC. We are proud to call you alumni. Now go out and show the world what great things you are made of.